Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, the daily chart, nothing changed. I mean, this is still the same picture. Yeah, I just want to show it to you to understand where we are. Generally still watching for another low here into the green box, deeper and lower into the green box, possibly reaching 22K in the coming weeks. This is still preferred because the market hasn't given us enough evidence that a lasting low has been established. So generally bullish, but the overall correction here is likely not finished. At least we have no evidence for it if it is. So just to give you a broad understanding where we stand and looking at the lower time frame, not really much to add, but Bitcoin has reacted to the resistance here today. This is the resistance area that we've had on the chart where we wanted the price to react. So we're going to take a look at that in a minute. Preferred wave count, still the yellow one, which will take us down lower. Here as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 structure. We talked about that in the last video and the days before. Still preferred, but to confirm this further, next target for the bears is the $27,000 level. That needs to be taken out, the red line here, and then we can get to around about 26K next. So Bitcoin can still put another high in, yeah, before breaking down, but it would need to do that pretty much now, okay, very shortly. So I cannot rule that out. We can still move higher once more in the white wave count. Then at least we get 5 waves up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but then the price can still break down. So should break down now or after one more high. Preferred would be now, obviously. I always like the direct pathway, and especially as long as we are below resistance, the price should follow through to the downside. In the yellow wave count, which is still the preferred one. One more high, I just want to explain, would still involve the possibility of a breakdown. So this high, or this B wave that we've been talking about now for many days, if not weeks, it could also reset a little higher, as explained. The only way how something more bullish can play out here is if Bitcoin can show us off the 11th of September low 5 waves up, but not only that, but also 3 waves down. That pattern will give us an interesting long trade setup, but we haven't seen that. We haven't even got 5 waves up, and therefore, as explained, we need to focus generally on the downside. I also gave you a micro resistance area that the price could use to move into and where we expected the reaction, and that's what we see now. So that's looking good. Bitcoin moved again today into the resistance area, but never broke it, okay? It never broke it. So again, you can use these areas as short trade possibilities, opportunities. But if you do that, that depends on your trading skill and so on. You know, I can really only offer the analysis here. How you use these is entirely up to you, but I can share with you the wave counts where I think, the wave counts, and the wave counts give us the levels, and the levels basically tell us where the price should reverse. So we use the wave count to understand which Fibonacci levels to use. And then, as I said before, a reasonable short trade setup was this one. And I would definitely make sure that I move my stop with the price, maybe a trailing stop. So maybe ideally, a trailing stop or something, at least to capture some of the profits if you use the short trade, because in the white wave count, this could still just be the C wave as explained in the previous video. Therefore, we just need that sustained break below 27K to validate the yellow wave count, which is, again, the preferred one, further. And I have to say, this sharp decline, indicates that we might have seen the peak of wave 2 and that we're now starting that third wave breakdown, which would be ideal, but we're just sort of in that kind of price action where Bitcoin can always move up and down rapidly. It is unfortunately what it is. But in the meantime, we can track these structures until we get some clarity. But this was, as I said, a short trade setup, a reasonable one. Can't really tell you generally what you should do, because that is more than from the chart. That's coming from your trading plan. If you don't have a trading plan, you shouldn't trade. Okay, so 25,800 is basically the next ideal target if this follows through now. So that's sort of what I would be watching next, and not much more to add. I think it's working out nicely. I think if the price now moves higher and breaks above 28,280, then this is pretty clearly the white wave 5. But ideally, we're now following through to the downside. Yeah, nothing else to add. ETH obviously much weaker than Bitcoin at the moment. Now that's coming from the ETH BTC chart, which I also analyze in parallel. But yeah, let's see where this takes us. I think the levels are clear. Bitcoin has reacted where it needed to react, even though it moved once more into resistance today, which made it a WXY structure, but that's not a problem. That is, as long as the resistance is holding, it's sort of, price can use the entire resistance area basically within the current scenario. Yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And if you're interested in the membership, every Sunday we do a weekly live stream for members. You get access to Discord and Telegram, and Gold members get short-term market updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.